when did you come to Ukraine and why?
Okay, I live in Chicago, and my grandma called me saying that my grandpa is very sick. He is old, he's 86 years old, so I asked my boss to give me 10 days vacation to come visit. I came to visit, it was February 21st or 22nd, and I arrived to Kiev, then it was 5 hours to Sumy. I spent the night with my granddad. I woke up next morning, and it is a war. The Putin is bombing, and everybody, everywhere on the TV, they announce that it is like war proclaimed. It was very scary moment.
Did
Yeah.
you did you hear any explosions or shooting where
Oh
you
yeah.
were?
Yes. It was like right above my head, four of them. Choo 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 choo. Like it was like I cannot explain you. Like my grandma, she was like shaking. My granddad, he has very bad hearing, so he didn't really even understood what was going on. And I had to grab him and like run because we have a little like cellar. So yeah, it was
Wow.
kind of
And have you been trying to get out ever since?
yes. Like it took me 3 days to travel from Sumy. It's right on the border with Russia. So from east coast to west coast to this point, it took me 3 days. We were driving village cities around the cities. I mean village streets around the cities, and it was scary because Russians troopers around. You have to like choose the roads that they are not hiding. I don't know, like it's hard to explain. And we found a place to stay. Then next morning we continued our traveling, and another a place we found was my friend who lived in Vinnytsia. She gave me shelter, and to the people I was traveling with. And then the third day we arrived to Ternopil. Ternopil, I had friends over there who gave me apartment to stay, and from there I took a cab. The cab costed $100 from Ternopil to this point, and now I'm here in the line trying to reach border, cross it, take a bus to Warsaw. From Warsaw, I have a ticket going back to Chicago.
How long have you been in line?
In the line, I don't know, already like 3 hours.
3 hours.
It's maybe three more to be.
What would you say was your the most difficult moment in Ukraine?
The most difficult moment was when me and my grandpa were walking on the bridge, and they bombing the bridges. So it was very scary while we were crossing it. And actually every night is scary because couple times a day there are sirens. And I had to put my grandpa into the bathroom. Later we found out that bathroom is not safe because like the hot water tubes can break as well. Like we thought bathroom is kind of safe. Like on the TV they were saying you have to be further from the windows. Like we have two houses, an apartment in the city and the house in the village. So I had to move my grandpa from apartment in the city to the house in the village, which is a little bit safer because the cellar is under the ground, but it's made not from the hard, like it's still from the glina. I don't know the English word for glina. So I don't know. Everything is scary. People are running. People trying to save lives.
What about the people you met along the way? Have you heard what kind of stories?
Stories?
Have you heard?
Well, there is a lot of kind of stories. People with handicaps, relatives, people with children. They have no money. Like the banks are closed. You cannot get money even if you have some. You can only pay with the card if you have Ukrainian bank account. It was in my situation. I had American card, and I was not able to get money. But I could pay in the store to buy food. You cannot exchange dollars, US dollars to grivnas. Only when I spent 3 days traveling here, here you see banks are working. You can exchange money, and it's a little easier here. But I believe soon Putin will start bombing this side as well. He already started.
Yeah.
So
And how do you feel now that you're about to cross into Poland?
I mean, I feel bad that I have to leave my granddad here and my dad because granddad is too old. He cannot travel all the way to the States. He was saying, I will stay and guard my apartment. And I was like, what you gonna guard? A TV or a refrigerator? You gotta go with me. And he was like, no, I'm not gonna go. So I had to move him to the safe place where, again, in the village it's not safe, but a little safer than in town. And then I have to go back because I have apartment, job, my cat, and everything. Maybe later, I don't know, maybe later I'll take my dad with me, but it is a process. You need to do paperwork and stuff. So I have hope. I have hope that our army, with the help of other countries' army, because I hear a lot of soldiers from Europe and the United States already came here to help. So I hope that Europe will close the sky, because I don't even understand why Europe don't react. I mean, they feel like they have to protect a lot of countries in Europe, so they don't want to risk only because of one country, Ukraine. But yesterday there were already 8 rockets 20 kilometers from the border from Europe. So I don't know why they're not doing anything about it. They're waiting till Putin shoot one more rocket 20 kilometers closer to the border, on the border or something. I don't know what they're waiting for. Like, we all pray that Europe can help and close the sky above the Ukraine.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.